When I was young, I chased so many things. I chased money, I chased a better position at work, I chased recognition from others. And honestly, I even chased after small, trivial matters that now feel completely and utterly meaningless. It's funny how perspective changes. Now, at 70 years old, looking back over the long, winding road of my life, I've finally begun to truly grasp several profound life lessons that I so often overlooked in the flurry of my youth. Today, I want to share the 5 most crucial lessons I only understood after 7 decades of living. My earnest hope is that anyone hearing this, no matter your age, doesn't have to wait quite so long to realize them. The first and most undeniable truth I learned is that your health is everything. When I was in my 20s, and even my 30s, I often believed my body was invincible. I felt like I could run on fumes forever. I ate poorly, thinking a quick meal was efficient. I stayed up late, convinced I was being productive. I overworked myself constantly, believing it was the only path to success, and I rarely, if ever, prioritized my own well-being. But now, at 70, the stark reality hits me every single day. Health is not merely important, it is the absolute foundation of everything else in your life. Think about it. Without your health, money becomes irrelevant paper in a bank account. What good is a fortune if you're too unwell to enjoy it? Without your health, the journey of life itself feels heavy and strained, like walking uphill through thick mud. And without your health, even the simplest joys and moments of happiness are incredibly difficult to fully experience. A beautiful sunset doesn't feel quite so magical when you're in constant pain. A laugh with a friend doesn't ring as true when your mind is clouded with fatigue. I learned, the hard way, that taking care of your health is the longest term and most valuable investment you will ever make in your entire life. It pays dividends every single day. So, please, start early. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be consistent. Eat well, think of food as fuel for your one and only vehicle. Move your body more, in whatever way feels good to you. Get enough sleep, it's when your body and mind repair themselves. And just as importantly, diligently protect your mind from chronic stress. Learn to let things go. If I could travel back in time and speak to my younger self 30 or 40 years ago, I would lean in close and say, with all the urgency I could muster, your health is the most precious and irreplaceable treasure you will ever possess. Guard it fiercely. The second lesson, and this one really hits home, is that time with your loved ones is more valuable than anything else in the entire world. For decades, I was so preoccupied with my career. I was constantly chasing the next promotion, the next deal, the next success. I mistakenly thought that providing financially for my family was the ultimate way to show my love. I thought, if I worked hard enough to give them a nice house and a comfortable life, my job was done. But eventually, I realized what they truly needed wasn't just my provision, but my presence. My presence at the dinner table. My presence at their school, plays, and sports games. My presence for the quiet, unremarkable moments that, in hindsight, were the most remarkable of all. Children grow up so incredibly fast. One day you're teaching them to tie their shoes, and you blink, and they're walking out the door to start their own lives. Parents age just as quickly. The people you always assumed would be there forever suddenly aren't. Friends you shared your deepest secrets with drift away, or, sadly, depart from this world one by one. And time, the cruelest of thieves, never ever returns. At 70, I've learned that the simple, shared moments are where life's true gold is found. Eating a meal together without phones, laughing uncontrollably at a silly inside joke, or just sitting in comfortable, peaceful silence with someone you love. These are the moments that hold infinite worth. They are the memories that will sustain you when you're older. Please, do not postpone loving your family until retirement. Don't say, "I'll spend more time with them when ... double quotes, because time respects no one's schedule. Be present, right now." My third realization is that inner peace is far more vital than external victory. Oh, I spent so much energy in my life trying to prove myself. I wanted to win every single argument, to be universally recognized for my ideas, and to constantly be seen as right. It felt important. It felt like I was establishing my place in the world. But now, I understand that not everything needs to be fought for. Not every debate requires a clear victor. And you certainly do not need everyone to like or approve of you. At 70, I have discovered that a feeling of inner serenity, of calm and acceptance, is infinitely more valuable than any external justification or applause. Sometimes, letting go of a conflict doesn't signify defeat. It's simply choosing peace over turmoil. It's choosing to protect your own mental and emotional energy. I learned that genuine maturity isn't about always winning. It's about knowing which battles are worth fighting and which are best left alone. It's about finding that quiet stillness inside yourself, even when the world outside is chaotic. Fourth, I learned that money does not buy happiness, but the wisdom to use it can create a profound impact. When I was younger, I pursued money as if it were the end goal, the final destination. But as the years and the dollars accumulated, I realized that money is merely a tool. It's a means, not an end. What gives life meaning is not the amount sitting in your bank account, but how you choose to utilize that resource to make a difference. Money can purchase comfort, sure, but it can never buy back lost time with your kids. Money can help your family financially, but it cannot force them to love you or respect you. Money can fix a lot of external circumstances, but it is utterly powerless to mend a broken relationship or heal a wounded heart. I learned that true wealth isn't held in stocks or real estate. It's stored in the hearts of the people we've helped along the way. It's in the kindness we've shown, the support we've offered, and the love we've given freely. That is the only currency that truly matters in the end. Finally, the fifth and perhaps most urgent lesson: you must enjoy your life while you still can. I wasted so much precious time postponing joy. My default answer to anything fun or fulfilling was always later. I'll take that trip later, when I have more money. I'll learn that new skill later, when the children are grown. I'll finally relax and enjoy myself later, when I finally retire. And I painfully realized that later, all too frequently, morphs into never. At 70, I've learned that life must be savored today. Now, this very moment, relish the cool morning air on your face. Cherish the simple, fleeting smile of a loved one. Indulge in that small hobby that brings a quiet satisfaction to your heart, even if it seems silly to others. Every single second you are alive and breathing is an incredible, unrepeatable gift. Don't waste it waiting for a perfect moment that may never arrive. These are the 5 profound lessons I only truly grasped after 7 decades on this earth. I share them not to express regret or to try and rewrite my past, but in the sincere hope that maybe, just maybe, someone out there listening doesn't have to wait quite so long to achieve this awareness. Remember this, above all: life is not measured by how long we live, but by how fully and wisely we fill the time we are given. Thank you so much for listening. May your life, starting today, be the beginning of new wisdom. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more reflections on a life well lived. Thanks again.